Yo, yo, Scorpio, what it do? How y'all doing? Let's take a little look here tonight and see what's going on with you guys with career and finance for March 2025. I know I've been slacking on career and finance like crazy for several months now, but I got so ahead of myself for the month of March. I've got plenty of room for all kinds of cool content. So let's see what we got. Career and finance. So, for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is right down there in the description. Oh, yeah, and keep in mind, y'all, speaking of career and finance, I have another course for the month of March. Manifesting Financial Abundance. That course is going to be available all March long. April 1st, it goes bye-bye. Remember, I got a little Easter egg in that course, man. I'm telling you. There's something special in there. The quantum physics behind how manifestation works. It may be a weird, funny concept that may take a little bit to wrap your mind around. At least it did for me. But I've been dedicating the last several years of my life to figuring out how to break it down and explain it in a way that's easier to bite off and chew than it was when I first learned it. I learned it from a former NASA scientist. And once you hear that, for those of you who got the How to Attract Your Life Partner course, when you hear the quantum physics behind how manifestation works, it makes that course make a lot more sense as well. It makes everything. When you listen to anything that you've heard about how to manifest anything, the quantum physics makes it easier to understand. So that'll be on my website until April 1st, and I don't know when I'll break it back out again. I just kind of bring them out randomly and sporadically. All right, let's jump on into this. Let's see. What am I starting these off with? Oh, yeah. Those of you currently employed. Let's just get a general energetic overview and see what's happening for the Scorpios who are currently employed. Anything at all? Layoffs, promotions, drama, or just nothing at all? Is it just going to be kind of boring? Let's see. I'll be honest with you. For the majority of March, for most people, it's just been kind of boring for the most part. March is just an astrological shit show, man. We got 6 planets in retrograde right now. Fucking eclipse coming up here in a couple of days. Another one at the end of the month. Shit, man. Okay. Oh, shit. There's definitely a snake in the grass at your workplace. Definitely a snake in the grass. And with the magician there. Shit. I don't know. I kind of have this funny feeling that some of you may already know who this is. Now, for those of you who are worried that this person is going to sabotage your job, I don't know who that applies to. That may only be a couple of you, but if you know there's this fucking snake in the grass, just that, it doesn't have to be a reason behind it. You know how there's just salty, miserable, jealous fucking haters out there that just, I don't know, see something in you that they wish they saw in themselves, and they just set out to try to fucking sabotage you, Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Even if they were to try to sabotage you, it won't work. I don't know. Some of you may not be aware of this, though. Some of you may not, because I'm kind of getting that it might be somebody that you either think is cool with you, or somebody that pretends to be cool with you. And that's where I'm kind of wondering if you're aware of this or not, because I have a feeling it's split down the middle. I feel like there's a pretty decent group of you fucking know. They pretend to be cool with you, you pretend to be cool with them, but you ain't stupid. You keep your enemies closer than your friends, that whole saying. But I don't honestly think that there's anything that you have to worry about. For those of you wondering if a promotion is happening, I'm not seeing any offers being made. I'm not. Looks honestly kind of boring, honestly, but Yeah, a little bit of tension building though. I don't think, whoever this is, I don't think they're doing anything. But you may feel a much tenser, heavier energy when you walk in the workplace. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing going to happen. And like I said, even if they were to try to do something, it ain't going to work. They can go to HR and make up all the fucking stories about you that they want. It ain't going to work. Well, okay, that was kind of weird. It's a strange message, but okay, whatever. I guess let's get some general advice for the currently employed Scorpios. General advice. Whoa, 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 what's that? What's that? Oh, the Three of Coins. Okay. Three of Coins is all about teamwork. Hang on, let's see what else comes through with it. Oh, Five of Wands. Woo! Death card reversed. Well, you know what? Just make sure that you're covering your own ass. I hate to get too specific. This may not be for all of you, but for those of you who this applies to, you know who you are. Because I don't know, man. I've experienced that at every job I've ever had. Back when I worked day jobs, every fucking job I had, there would always be that one person that just didn't like me. No fucking reason. Never said nothing to them. Never nothing. It's just as soon as they saw my face, they're like, I hate that motherfucker. And it's been my experience that that's just kind of something that happens. Is it just me? I don't know. But just cover your own ass. Just make sure you're covering your own ass. And as long as you are staying focused on yourself, staying focused on your goals, covering your own ass, it makes it really difficult. And you don't feed into any bullshit either. Don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Because when you see what toxic ass people like that like to do is very clandestinely dig up under your skin, very covertly dig under your skin, get a reaction out of you, and then use your reaction against you. So don't feed into any bullshit. Stick to yourself, focus on your goals, cover your own ass, and eventually what ends up happening is it makes them look bad. Trust me. It'll make them look bad at the end of the day. Because, you know, the truth speaks for itself as long as you're walking in truth and integrity. But yeah, be mindful of your focus. Be mindful of what you feed your energy to. Be mindful of who you exchange energy with. Be mindful of who you go back and forth with. Okay? Be mindful of that. Because when you agree to go back and forth with somebody, even if it's just a conversation, you're agreeing to their vibration. You are. So be very mindful who you choose to exchange energy with. Mindful. You know you can block people in real life, right? Just turn and walk away. For real. Just turn and walk away. All right, that was super weird, but hopefully whoever needed to hear that got something out of that. All right, now we're going to see what's going on with those of you who are currently self-employed. Not those of you looking to become self-employed. I'm doing that one next. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Scorpio friends and family who are the entrepreneurs, the CEOs, the LLC owners, S Corp, sole proprietor. You know, you own and run your own business. You're in charge of your own income. Let's see what's happening. What's happening? Currently employed Scorpios. Ooh, the Moon card. Oh, you're going through a little period of transformation right now. Some of you are aware of it, some of you aren't. Are you aware of it? Are you doing it on purpose? Are you doing it on purpose? Some of you are probably doing it on purpose. Like you may be flying under the radar, rebranding things, restructuring things, you know. But I got news for you. Even if you're not doing it on purpose, I'm telling you right now, you're going through a little period of transformation. So yeah, I think most of you're aware of it. Most of you are aware of it. Now you have a lot of other options and opportunities available to you as far as branching out, maybe adding a new stream of income, or partnering with another person or whatever. And it's not gonna come easily. It's not gonna come easily. For those of you, now some of you may be either partnered with somebody, or you may have employees, or for those of you who do have to deal with other people as a direct result of your company, whether you have business partners or employees, there might be a little bit of drama as far as that goes. I know that's not all of you though. So for those of you like me who just work at home by yourself and you're not you're not associated with anybody else, your transformation is going to come with a little bit of a challenge. It is. So it's not really going to be an easy transformation that you're going through. But once you make it through the other end of whatever this is that you're doing, man, it's going to be off and running. It's going to be off and running, man. 2025 is going to start off, but put it to you like this. By December of 2025, you're going to be able to look back and see how this period from Pisces and Aries season, it was a major turning point. Major turning point. But like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. It is. There's probably going to be some things that go wrong, some challenges, some obstacles, stuff like that. But I mean, that's normal, dude. That's part of it. And most of you probably know that, especially if you've been self-employed for a while. Now, if you're newly self-employed, you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be obstacles. It ain't easy when you're first getting on that path. But I think the majority of you who are self-employed following me, you've been self-employed for a while. You know it. You get it. Well, guess what? That never stops. That never ends. Every time you make it to the next level, you're going to go through some challenges. So you're right there, though, dude. You are right there. You're right there. About to pop out the other side. Let's get some general advice for the self-employed Scorpios. General advice. General advice for the self-employed Scorpio. Boom, 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 boom. Four swords. Page of Cups reversed. Two of Wands. Okay. All right. So this is tough, man. This is really tedious advice. So you all have heard me talking all month long about the astrological shit show that March is. Now, for the most part, March is not the month to really dig your heels in and go balls to the wall, 110%. March is not the month. Now, I'm not saying be lazy and don't do nothing. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. March is the month where you want to do as much as you can. But once you feel so much pushback from the universe, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Whatever it is that you're trying to make happen, do as much as you can. But don't fight the process when things just aren't working out the way they're supposed to. You're getting pushback from the universe. Just things aren't lining up. There's always bad timing. Wrong place, wrong time. There's always some kind of roadblock in the way. Relax, okay? For the most part, March is the month to lay low. Pisces season is the season to lay low for the most part. Again, I'm not saying be lazy and don't do nothing. I'm saying don't fight it. Don't fight too hard. Now, Aries season and Taurus season, oh, that's when it's going to be time. That's when it's going to be time to put your gear on and get ready for battle and get out there and let's get at it, but not Pisces season. Okay, we are going through the last little bit of the closing out of the old cycle. Because, you know, the real New Year is Aries season. You know that, right? Aries season is the real New Year. Now, that doesn't invalidate the New Year that we all celebrate. Because if you have 7 billion people all believing that January 1st is the new year, you bet your goddamn skippy ass that is absolutely going to manifest the ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. But in retrospect, that's only about 50% of the cycle. The other 50% of the closing out is from January to the end of March. That's the rest of it closing out. So, and don't fight the process. Allow things to unfold the way they're going to want to unfold. Now, for those of you who find yourself at a crossroads, you have a couple of different decisions you can make. I could go this way or I could go this way. I'm being told to tell you it doesn't matter which one you pick. There is no right path, wrong path. You have 2 paths available to you, or maybe more than that. For those of you who have multiple paths available to you, there isn't a right path, wrong path. So any door that's open, any door the universe opens for you, you're totally permitted to make your way through that door. And, you know, by the time, this time next year, if you take path A, next year this time, you'll be the path A version of yourself. If you take path B, next year this time, you'll be the path B version of yourself. So there is no right path, wrong path for those of you who have multiple paths to choose from. All right. Now, we're going to see what's going on with the Scorpios who are taking action to become self-employed. Not waiting for the time to be right. Not trying to think of a good idea. No. If you are not taking action currently, this is not for you. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Scorpio friends who are doing the damn thing. You're partnering with companies. You're promoting products. You're, I don't know, putting content on your TikTok or whatever the fuck. You're building your website, you know. Let's see what's going on with y'all. Let's see what's happening. Thank you, Andrea, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. What's happening, man? Ooh, the star card. You're going to start seeing a lot of action here very soon. Very soon. Especially those of you who have been on the path for a while. If any of you who have ever done this before, you know that 9 times out of 10, the path to become self-employed is not an overnight path. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's never happened. Every now and then you hear of somebody who, you know, is working a 9-to-5 job at the coffee shop for fucking minimum wage, and then all of a sudden they join this online opportunity and fire their boss next day. You know, you hear that happen every now and then, but those results are not fucking typical at all. So I feel like there's a decent number of you who have been on this path for a little bit, and it's been slow. It's been a pain in the ass. You know, you're not making the sales that you want to make, or your videos aren't getting the views you want them to get, or whatever. That's totally normal. That is totally natural. That is a natural, normal part of the path. But you're going to start seeing things pick up. You're about to start seeing things pick up with that star card there. Yep, high priestess, queen of wands. Woo, look at that, man. Look at it. Look at it. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. So you about to start seeing some action. You about to start seeing some action. Probably right when you're at the brink of giving up. And it always happens that way. Now, go back to what I was saying at the beginning of this video about the quantum physics behind how manifestation works. When you hear that concept, it makes sense behind why right when you go to give up, boom, that's when it happens. That's not a coincidence. There's science and quantum physics behind why that happens that way. I have that in my course. So, but I think a lot of you are experiencing something very, very, very similar to that. Some of you, it's already started to happen. Some of you, right when you're about to just walk away and give up. Some of you already start to walk away and give up. But right around that time when you've just done everything, you've tried it all, you've just been on this path for weeks and weeks and weeks, some of you months and months and months, and you're about to say, man, fuck it, dude, I'm just done with it. Fuck it. Then all of a sudden, boom, the breakthrough happens. That's when it happens, man. Right when you least expect it. All right, cool. Let's get some general advice. General advice for the Scorpios who are taking action to become self-employed. Oh, Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords reversed. Oh, Nine of Cups reversed. Well, this is tricky. This is tricky. Because, see, here's the thing. Here's another thing about it, too. When it all comes down to it, this path can't really be taught. Not really. There are so many different pointers that those of us who have been through this can give you. But when it all comes down to it, your experience is going to be very different and unique. Very different and unique. The only thing that I can really say, and again, the quantum physics behind manifestation will make this make sense too. You don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too little. Okay? You don't want to bury your focus on the goal and never let go of it. Okay? When you do that, you're really getting in your own way and blocking things from flowing. If you clamp down and clamp your focus onto what you're doing and never release it, you have to be able to give yourself time to release and let go. You have to. You have to. You have to. I'm telling you, the quantum physics of manifestation, dude, you have to. It's not just a cute little philosophy. It's not just something that sounds quaint. You have to. You have to give yourself permission to step away and say, all right, cool, I've done everything I can do for now. I'm going to take a break. You have to be able to give yourself a break from time to time. And be prepared for unexpected twists and turns. See, because what you're going through right now, you are creating something that is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. So here's the problem. You're not going to be able to logically figure out and plan each step from A to Z to create something unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Because that part of you, the ego, analytical, critical thinking brain that's trying to figure all that out, all this thing is a record of past experiences. That's all this thing is. You are not going to be able to dig through a record of past experiences and find anything that's sufficient enough to figure out how to create something that's not in that record of past experiences. It's not going to work that way. But you have to plan something, right? You have to take some kind of action. You have to do something. That's where the give and take process comes in. Do as much as you can, but just know, don't box yourself in with it has to happen this way, has to happen that way. If I do this, 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 and this, then that, and that should happen. And if I do this, and if this happens, well, then I got a backup plan here. And then if this doesn't work, then I'll do it this way. And then if that doesn't work, I'll do it that way. And logically trying to figure out every step and every backup plan and every this and every that and prepare for every obstacle, it's not going to happen. It's just not. It's not. And I know the ego brain thinks that it can. It does, but it's not. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to figure it out. The things that need to unfold in order to create something that's unlike anything you've ever experienced before are only going to happen when you least expect it. If you're expecting it, that's not it. If you think you know what's coming, you don't. I promise you. So be open-minded. Don't box yourself in. Be open to the unexpected. Keep your radar on. You know, don't be afraid to answer a weird little universal nudge that may not make much sense. And just remain open. Remain open. You're going to start seeing some action. And it's going to be some unexpected twists and turns. There's going to be a lot of things that happen that are going to take you by surprise. Okay? Just roll with it. All right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is in the description. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.